Hey, how's it going, guys?
Great, how are you doing?
Not doing too bad here. How was everybody's holiday season?
It was great.
Excellent.
How was yours?
It was good. All right, so just a heads up here for everybody that's listening in. We got a new Hollow Live on the program here. Going to take lots of your questions off of Twitter. Boys, if you guys, it may sound like I cut you off, but it's just a little bit of delay with the feedback with Skype sometimes. So if I do cut you off, I apologize ahead of time.
No, I understand.
All right, guys.
Thanks for on again.
Oh yeah, absolutely, no problem. We love having you on. All right, so last time we had you on here, we talked a little bit about your performance at the NFL and that sort of stuff. Talk a bit about your time performing at an NFL event. Excuse me, what that was like, and I guess just what you learned from that whole experience.
That was incredible. When we got there, it was probably one of the most beautiful stages we've played on because we all stood in a corner and played out it was like a small arena type thing. It was really sweet. It was just really beautifully done. And I mean, we saw John Madden there, but it was a huge honor because the color guard went and then we followed up and sang the national anthem. And the only other time we did it was at the Cowboys game on Thanksgiving Day. So that was just, we wanted to wait and save it again, and we figured this was, when they asked us, that was the perfect place to do it again.
Were you really, really nervous going into it, or was it something that you were nervous but in a good way?
Yeah, we were pretty nervous in a good way just because there's so many like football heroes and legends in there. And obviously, I mean, Chad's really the only like super sports fan. Mick and I, we like sports and we played them when we were younger, but we don't have like a passion for it like music. But it was still pretty nerve-wracking because all those people here really great singers sing that song all the time, and just to have us up there is just it's an honor.
Now you're from New Albany, Ohio, and your last performance, at least on your site here, was in York, Pennsylvania, at America's Oldest Fair. Talk a little about that performance.
It was awesome.
Yeah, that was sweet. That was a really cool show because when we got there, we went on immediately to sound check, and the sound, that was probably the best sound we've had at a show, just like through the monitors and everything. It was just a really nice show. Everything went smoothly, and the crowd was like the bomb. They were so into it, and we just had a freaking awesome night.
It was a blast.
If you're just joining us live on the program, we have New Hollow here. We got Mick, Evan, and Chad. So, guys, we're going to be taking some questions off of Twitter very shortly, and there's tons of questions pouring in. I guess talk to me quickly, though, before I do take some questions. What sort of things you guys have coming up in the new year?
Ooh. What were our resolutions? Is that what you asked?
Just what sort of things do you have planned for 2013 early on, whether it's performing lives or coming up with new music?
Yes, sir. Well, we have an album in the can now. And so we've recorded and got it all done, and Chad was finishing up drums yesterday, actually.
I was.
But so now we're setting up shows that we're going to be playing throughout the year. It's a really exciting time because we get to plan out and see what our year is going to look like, and we'll just let you know it won't disappoint. I think you guys will be excited when we can release all the details.
Do you have a sort of a target date in mind for when you want to release those details? Hold on. Oh.
Well, not at the moment. We find out, you'll be the first to know.
Absolutely, because you guys are just so awesome and supportive.
Thank you.
Yeah, we appreciate all the support. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
For those of you listening in, we got New Hollow here, and I apologize. There's a little bit of an internet delay problem here. Connection got back there, but I did lose them for a second. So we are still good. I'm going to take some questions off of Twitter right now, and I'm just going through them. There's plenty of questions here. This comes from Emma Lockwood, and she asks, what's it like to be famous?
Well, coming from us, I would probably say it's kind of interesting. It can be a little bit fun at times when someone comes up and asks you are you that one person? It's like no. Or like
on that ECOT commercial.
Yeah, exactly. Are you on that ECOT commercial? No, but I look exactly like him. Sometimes that'll be funny, but yeah, sometimes it's
it's definitely a change. But the best thing about it, in all seriousness, is that if we were doing this on our own, one of us, I mean, I personally don't think I'd be able to do it. Since I'm in it with my best friends, we can just kind of we don't have to take certain things too seriously. We don't have to get all wrapped up in the, smoke and mirrors of certain things. We just have a good laugh and do what we love.
Is it harder now because you guys have you have popularity? Do you have to change a bit of your lifestyle? You can't do certain things that you used to do anymore?
Yeah, sir. Well, we have to. I mean, we don't like go out like in pajamas and stuff. And, we don't. We don't mess around or do anything like no ding dong ditching or any stuff like that. But, yeah, but no. I mean, now we're doing this. It's what we want to do with our lives. So we're pretty much just making music 24/7. I mean, our schedules are just different from other kids our age, but it's our choice, and we love every second of it.
This comes from Tori B off of Twitter, and it is, if you could go on tour with anyone, who would it be?
Do they have
Green Day?
Green Day is a good one.
Yeah, that is a solid one. Taylor Swift, maybe.
I was gonna say that you were gonna say that.
Kings of Leon.
Maroon 5.
Nah.
Wow. Okay.
Like,
Well, if they, there's a lot of ones that aren't around anymore that we'd love to tour with, like Nirvana and Pink Floyd and Led Zeppelin. Those would be legendary. That would be awesome. Just to hang around with them backstage and stuff, just to see all the crazy antics that go on.
Tenacious D would be sweet.
That would be a good one.
Is there a venue that you'd love to perform at at any time important in your career?
The Apollo.
Yes, the
Apollo Creed.
For me, either the O2 or Wembley, Milton Keynes, or Donington. Those are my four.
Wembley.
I want to Rio, like that big festival.
Rock in Rio.
Yeah,
Rock in
where
Rio.
there's like 100,000 people there. That'd be crazy. Just to see that many
Dude,
people at
that's
the
nuts,
same time
yeah.
would be insane.
Or Hyde Park. That's another one.
Yeah.
It's like I gotta go to the bathroom.
Love
Like, what
state.
happens then?
Let's talk about Airplanes, your cover there. It's original, done by B.O.B. And it's pretty interesting that you guys chose to cover that song after going from She Ain't You and Boyfriend, which is a little more upbeat. Talk about what your decision was and why you chose to cover Airplanes.
We really wanted to showcase Chad's rapping talent. I mean, he's been doing it since he was 13. I mean, demoing and stuff, especially with Evan. Him and Evan had this little rap thing going when they were younger. It's really awesome.
TH4L.
Yeah, but we really just want to show everyone that Chad can actually rap. Like, he has some written stuff, too, that's incredible, but it's not like a gimmick. Like, he can actually legitimately rap. And we want to show everyone that he's not just a drummer.
Yeah.
This song comes from Stephanie French, this tweet, comes from Stephanie French, and she asks, what cover are you looking forward to covering, or what song are you looking forward to covering live?
We don't know the answer to that yet because we decide that song like literally like a few days before we go out.
Yeah.
And it's kind of a challenge for us. We just kind of like, hey, this is a cool song, and then we learn it, and then we're just like, how fast can we learn the song? And so we do, and then it, whatever comes out is like what you get. So, I mean, the cover songs, like, we spend a lot of time writing music. We don't necessarily spend a lot of time working on the covers, but when we do, we work as hard as we can on them.
For real. Yeah.
This is another question from Emma Lockwood, and she's gonna ask you, what is a favorite thing to what's your favorite thing about performing?
Favorite thing about performing? I'd probably say, this is Evan again. I'd probably say that collectively, just like seeing everyone,
Just the amazing feeling you get while you're on stage, being able to play for everyone.
Yeah, it's everyone, whenever you're playing a song, and literally no matter what it's about, everyone has their own story and they can relate to it in their own way. And it's sort of like a magical thing. It's not even like, oh, I love this song. It's like you're there reliving something and singing the song back to you. And, that feeling, it's impossible to describe. It's unbelievable.
I'd probably say that, like, when we're playing shows sometimes, like, little kids are really close to the stage, and they'll, like, come up on stage and, like, play guitar with me. It's really a lot of fun. Like, last show we played, there was this little girl or something who was playing my guitar during a solo, and she did a pretty cool job. It was awesome.
What has been the biggest challenge for you guys as a band? Apologize there for.
Well, we're out playing shows and stuff, and interviewing stuff. It just, you kind of lose time or track of time, and because that's our favorite place to be in the studio because you can create and it's a really awesome place.
We just got to keep remembering that, like, oh yeah, our fans haven't heard our new stuff.
Can you just repeat that answer again, just really quickly, just as the internet feed is it's really choppy in here right now, so we kind of lost the first chunk of that answer. So just I guess what's been the biggest challenge for you guys as a band, if you don't mind repeating that answer?
I'd say as a band, probably seeing our friends and family would be probably the biggest challenge. Because, you really miss out. I mean, my dad lives in Michigan, and that's always, when I have to go out during the summer and everything, it's, like, really difficult to go up there and see him in Charlevoix and everything. And that's just kind of sad, I guess. But,
Yeah, and also another thing is separating, band life and personal life. You can't let them get in with each other. They're going to be two separate things.
Exactly.
This is an interesting question for Mia. What is your favorite breed of cat?
Ooh,
breed
of cat?
Yep.
Bengal.
Tiger.
I don't know. Lions are pretty cool. Cheetahs are pretty cool. My cat's pretty awesome, but I don't want to be biased.
Liger. No, Evan's cat.
I'm a leopard guy.
I have a cat named Morrissey who's like a king. It's pretty weird. He just acts
That's
like it.
a strange way to describe it.
I think she might be talking about like house cat then.
Dude, no one.
I don't
Siamese.
know breeds of cats. I just know that my cat is like a
Siamese.
wonderful, beautiful, furry cat.
Mole rats? Are those things?
He looks like a cat model.
Cat.
It's
Cat looks like a cat model. I have pictures. It's funny.
I can only name two. I can only name Tabby and Calico. Those are the only two.
Yeah. There's tabby cats. There's
Well, good for
calico
you guys,
cats.
because I have no idea.
Mine kind of looks like a cat.
I like Meowth and Persian, like Pokemon.
Good answer. What's your favorite song to perform?
Huh?
What is your favorite song to perform? And that comes from Sarah and Marissa on Twitter.
Mine would probably, I'd say it's a new song that Ev wrote. It's it's pretty sweet upbeat song that I think we're gonna be churning out at our next show. It's a really cool song.
So I guess get excited. This is Evan. I'd probably say my favorite song is this other new song that Mick wrote too.
Here it goes.
And we can't play it right now,
Feels like
but you get pretty excited at our next show. It's pretty awesome. Seriously, it's in C. So ooh.
Chad, favorite song?
I like them all. I really do like just New Hollow in general. Just a lot of good songs.
All
I
right,
think
so
we're just
there was not an answer in there,
overall
so
pretty good band.
that's not an answer.
He's talking about us like he's not in the band.
This comes from Tracy Collins, and she asks if you'll be performing any new songs at your Cleveland show.
Oh yes, absolutely. There's gonna be tons. That's probably gonna be half
Yeah.
our set is gonna be on this.
Oh yeah, there's gonna be some like new songs because a lot of times we're like, "This is a new song," but like we have really close fans that like
Know it already.
know it because like we played it. But like there's
For real dough.
for real though on the real hashtag sorry not sorry. These new songs are gonna be sweet. I think you guys are gonna love them. There's
Sorry
a bunch
about
of
it.
new stuff. It's just a new chapter for New Hollow. Oh God, I'm so sorry. That was so awful sounding.
Speaking of your name, New Hollow, how exactly did you come up with your name? And that comes from Abby Adamson on Twitter.
Our name. We are New Hollow. So before we had a name that was Monkey Hollow because there's a street nearby that's called Monkey Hollow, and so we kind of wanted that '60s kind of vibe. And then there was Chad got in the band, and so we new chapter then. So then we changed it to New Hollow, and that's kind of how that came about. That's the most interesting way I can phrase it.
Interesting.
Right. But I don't know. We're not too much hung up on the name because it's just like it's about the music.
We could be called.
I mean, we could. I mean, I'd change our name. We'd be Radio Nation right now, but you guys already took it.
Yes.
Yeah, that would be pretty cool, though. Then we'd have to have you come on the show, and we could say we're having Radio Nation on Radio Nation.
Oh, we'd be the house
That'd
band.
be sweet. Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Just for those that are tuning in and don't know, when is your Cleveland show?
March 9th. March 9th.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Kent State. It's a really sweet show. I'm really excited.
Now, for those that don't maybe know you too well, do you guys, when you're not doing music, do you guys have to, are you guys working just at regular jobs, or are you guys in school? What sort of things are you doing when you're not doing music?
We're still in school. We're all in high school. But No, I mean band is job.
Knife is band.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like, for instance, like I just came over to Mick's house, so we could all be together for this interview, and Mick was in the basement playing guitar when I got here.
That's right.
And I was playing guitar before I came over. So I mean, that's basically how everything is. We just like play music when we're not doing anything else. That's kind of life. Such.
What is the best part about being in a band?
Best part about being in a band, I'd say, that's a good question.
I don't know what it is, because if you think about being in a band and you think about your favorite bands, like they seem so much different to you than they do to themselves. Like their life is much different than, I don't know.
It seems, yeah. Well,
it seems way cooler than it is. It's a lot of work.
I just say the favorite part of being in a band is it changes your life. Like I don't know. It
teaches you a lot.
And it becomes a part of you. Like the band is you. You are the band. It's like this group effort that you got to put 100% into it, or else what's the point?
Well, because it's a complete competition. If we have to work as hard as possible because everyone else is doing the same thing.
Yeah. If you're not going to give it 100%, don't even try. That's basically it. You just got to give it your all.
Is there a particular place that you guys prefer to, or you guys really enjoy performing at, whether it's within Ohio or outside of Ohio?
So should we do our favorite one in Ohio and favorite outside, Joe?
Sure, if you want to, that'd be great.
All right. Favorite one in Ohio, I'd say the Bluestone. Joe, we played at the Bluestone. Oh yeah, and really quick, we just want to shout out to Brett and Big Chris for all the help they give us. But Brett and Big Chris, they're the bomb. But the Bluestone is this sweet venue here in Columbus. Yeah, it's this old. It was a church, and now it's haunted. And
that's the end of that story.
Yeah, it's just a really sweet venue. The sound is awesome. The vibe is cool. I'd say it's a favorite Ohio. No, outside of Ohio. Where was it? Mandalay Bay Events Arena thing.
That was pretty crazy.
That was insane.
That was intense, yeah.
It was an arena.
My favorite part about it was that my guitar just screamed through the monitor at me, and I couldn't hear anything else. It was just the whole show. It was awesome.
Oh, that was crazy, yeah.
Going to take a couple more questions off of Twitter, so if you guys have any questions that you want to get to New Hollow, please tweet them now at radio_nation. All right, guys, so you guys got some new stuff coming up, all kinds of exciting things for 2013. Talk a little bit about 2012. What do you think you learned most about going through the year of 2012?
I think we found what kind of band we wanted to be in 2012. I think that's what that was.
A good way to put it. It was a good learning, a good year for us to really, flesh out our sound and flesh out, who we wanted to be and what we wanted our songs to sound like, and
huge ups, huge downs, everything in between.
How we wanted to define ourselves as a band.
I guess then, how do you sort of describe where you guys want to be as a band now that you know where you want to be or what you want to be?
I don't know if it's necessarily that. We've just found our sound, and I can't describe it to you because the beauty of it is we feel like it's our own sound. It's not. It's like, who do you sound like?
It's like
the point.
Yeah, exactly. It's like if you were like, what name a band that you sound like? Like we don't. If there's a band that we sound like, then we don't really. There's no real justification to why we're even here. If we sound like someone else, because they already did it. So like, we want to do something completely different, and it's really hard to explain something that's different and new because it hasn't been done before.
Going to take two more questions off of Twitter, then we got to let you guys go today because we got another interview coming right up at 9:30. This is coming from Tori B, and she's got a lot of questions. I mean, they're all really good ones, and this one is, who is your favorite musician or band of all time?
Ooh, okay. So, Nick, you go first.
Favorite musician? Oh.
You could name two of them. Because you can do band and then musician.
Yeah, musician, I'd say Jeff Buckley. Just because he's ridiculous. And favorite band is Nirvana. Nirvana is just perfect. Just absolutely perfect. Chad?
Yeah. No, I already... Okay, this is Evan. I'd say my favorite musician was Sam Cooke, and my favorite band would have to either be the Smiths. The Smiths is cool. I love the Smiths. They're tied with Nirvana. So me and Mick share like the Nirvana, but we don't want to say the same thing. So the Smiths are my number 2.
Or like 2004 to 2006 Green Day was perfect to me.
I get to go see Morrissey, though, the 22nd or something here, and it's going to be great.
Alright, this is Chad. My favorite band's definitely like Led Zeppelin. And my favorite like single like person would be Alex Turner from the Arctic Monkeys.
Final question tonight off of Twitter is this. What was your favorite moment from 2012? And that comes from Tracy Collins.
Oh, God, these are some good questions.
Yeah, they are, because these aren't things that we just think about all the time, I guess.
Yeah. Favorite moment 2012 band-wise would be... Chad, what do you think?
I don't know. I think just meeting a lot of fans and a lot of new friends and stuff. I love it.
There's been a few times when Chad will record like a drum track, and it's just like, wow, this is a really defining moment because of how great it was, you know? That's just the kind of thing.
I'd say when we got done with She Ain't You, it was like a new benchmark for what we needed to be. We're like, it's better. It's just better. It's just better than everything else we've done. And it's so... I think that was probably the best moment. Just I was like, wow, this is really something. And I know everyone else in the room felt it too.
Final question tonight is this, and I was going to ask you one, but this is an even better question. It comes from Holly and Christy off of Twitter. What is your favorite gift that you've ever gotten from a fan?
Ooh, okay, this is Evan. I got some shoes once. That was really awesome from Mia. And I wear those on a semi-regular basis. I don't want to get them too dirty. Great, though.
Because they're like drawn on.
Yeah, they were hand-drawn. There's like buildings, my name, a Batman symbol. It's awesome. No one's ever bought and made me shoes before, so that's really
This
great.
is Chad. I would honestly just say, not like a single gift. I mean, there was this one big thing of like sweet tarts or whatever. That was just amazing.
That was intense.
But like, yeah, that was probably the best actually. Now that I think about it. Here, Mick.
I'd probably say the Collins. You'd say that with apostrophe after.
Edward Collins
gave us this cookie cake that was gone within 5 minutes of it arriving.
Since
it was incredible.
Sorry, go ahead.
Well, no, I was saying it was incredible. It was the best cookie cake in the world.
Oh, that's
ridiculous.
That's awesome. Sorry there, just a little bit of feed cut you off, so I just didn't really get it all there. Last but not least, because this is really funny, and I really actually want to get this before we go. Cake or pie? What do you like better?
Ooh, this is difficult.
Sherry.
I'm generally a pie guy, but there's this one cake that my grandmomsy makes that's a raspberry cake, and I got the.
He got the recipe. That actually is a killer cake.
I love cookie cakes.
It's the only cake I like. Cookie cake doesn't count. Cookie cake is awesome.
I don't like flavored like chocolate and like raspberry or something, or like I'm not into raspberry at all. But this recipe thing, Evan made it once. It was ridiculous. So so I'm probably gonna go with cakes because of that, and ice cream cake is the bee's knees.
Fair enough there. All right, guys. Before we go, just if you want to. If you want to let people know how they can get a hold of you on social media, that'd be terrific.
Yeah, you guys hit us up on Twitter at New Hollow Band, and on Instagram New Hollow, Facebook New Hollow.
We don't have individual, but you'll never find them.
Yeah, we have individual Twitters linked to our band Twitter if you want to personally tweet at us. But yeah, we love hearing from fans, love talking to them because they're the bomb.
All right, guys. Thanks so much for coming on the show tonight. It's been a pleasure, and it was a lot of fun.
Thank you so much for having us.
Yeah, wow.
Thanks, Nicholas. Hope to talk to you again soon.
Yeah, for sure. And good luck on your shows.